All right, so we're gonna react to a video. Do we do the Drew Afwalo? I'm sorry, I can't pronounce her name. It's the title of the video. I guess we have to do it. All right, so if you don't know, this was from like 2 shows back, and we were kind of talking about this. So a girl on the show said she was a 10, and I wasn't mean to her, but I just said, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. You're not a 10. I'm not gonna rate you, but you're not a 10. You know, it's a bit blunt. However, you know, I wasn't insulting about it entirely. In any case, this fairly famous TikToker, Drew Afwalo, she's got a podcast. I don't know. She's got like 7 mil on TikTok or so. I don't know how much she has on TikTok. Maybe like 700,000 on Instagram. Anyways, she reacted. So we're going to react to that. Eric, I may have you pause it at moments. So if you can pull up that video.
Women have dating on easy.
Nope. It's the Drew Afwalo one.
Do you know who that is?
Oh, good.
It should be up.
Good.
Yeah, but we're pretty cool.
Angry feminist.
Oh, blue hair.
There should only be a few videos on the tab.
It's Kiki a feminist.
It shouldn't. Don't read the name. Just find one of the videos. Okay. I may have you pause it, Eric. So go ahead.
Okay, so you think you're a 10?
Yeah. I think
No.
I'm gorgeous. I think I'm perfect.
Listen, don't take this the wrong way. You're not
Please
a 10.
lay it on me.
You're
I've
not
seen
a 10.
this.
Okay. That's just your opinion.
All right, first of all, every time I feel like we stamp out a roach, aka a white man with a podcast
Pause it.
like this, he contributes
That was
Okay.
rude.
That was rude.
That was so rude.
So I just want to point something out to you guys. She said, every time we stamp out a cockroach, aka a white man with a podcast, that is first off on its face racist. Which, by the way, apparently it's acceptable in society to be
You say
racist
that-
against white
Yeah.
people.
Well, it's not a thing. You actually can't be racist against white people.
Wait, what?
I'm just kidding. But
That was a joke.
Oh, it was a joke.
yeah.
People really believe
No,
it, though.
but
I'm kind of
But-
an actress.
if she said cockroach, aka a white person with a podcast, that on its face is a racist statement. She's
Yeah,
saying
someone-
white people with podcasts, white men, I suppose, are cockroaches. Bruv, if you said that shit,
Bruv.
and she has, keep in mind, she has like a legit production around her. She's like, I don't know what she has going on. She's got some major deal. Like, bro, you would be fucking canceled if you replaced white man with anything else. So right away, I'm just like, bruv, you ad hominem. Anyways, continue playing the clip, Eric.
stamp out a roach, aka a white man with a podcast like this. He contributes literally nothing other than his bigoted opinions that he thinks are
Bigoted,
new and
by the way.
inventive.
Bigoted.
2 more replace it.
That's what she's doing.
You bitches are multiplying like bunnies, huh? I digress. You know what I mean? This clip literally proves what I've said over and over and over again. This man is looking in her eyes and telling her, no offense, you're not a 10. She's going, that doesn't offend me. That's just your opinion. And there's this like pause where he's like, did you hear me? I just called you ugly. She goes,
Nope.
again.
Nope.
Just
Yeah,
your
that wasn't
opinion.
Didn't say
It
that.
doesn't bother her that this fucking bitch who looks like he sells Bibles for a living thinks she's ugly.
okay. Oh my
It bothers him
I
that
told
it
you.
doesn't bother her. He like continues to try to antagonize her.
Not
I'm
really.
not gonna rate you. Listen, I'm not gonna rate you, but if I were gonna rate you, it's not a 10. And this bitch doesn't fucking care. Not even a little bit. And that's how you all should be. You know why? Because social currency with men is fucking worthless, bitch. Look at this man. He could be 48 or 21. If I were to seek counsel on the opinions of good look, why the fuck would I ask the general manager of State Farm, bitch?
You can
Why
pause
would
it
I
there.
ask him? I wouldn't. See, that's
You can
the
pause it
tea.
there.
Men hate nothing more.
Oh, actually, sorry, she was about to say some other dumb shit. Go ahead. Keep it going.
Ask the general manager of State Farm,
Oh.
bitch. Like, Why would I ask him? I wouldn't. See, that's the tea. Men hate nothing more than when you don't give a shit what they think about you, especially when it comes to looks. Same thing goes for when they call you fat. You say that to me all the goddamn time. First of all, fat's not an insult. Second of all, I'd think that too if I still had to sit in a car seat. You know what I mean? Like, a response to that is send me a picture of you. I love to talk about what other people look like. I'll do it for free, bitch. Their opinions of me especially and my looks are worth nothing more than white dog shit, bitch. Instead of going on godforsaken podcasts like this one, tell them to crawl back in that sewer, bitch. Those kids aren't gonna eat themselves. Bye.
Yikes. That's, I don't know if that's BPD or what that is, but and by the white dog shit again.
That confused me.
Huh?
That confused
I think
me.
she's talking about white people again. Like racism is basically streamline, mainstream, acceptable against white people. So first off, I don't think I'm like a fairly average looking guy. So, I'm not saying, oh, I'm fucking hot and you're not. We have a segment on the show where the girls rate themselves, and she rated herself a 10. I'm pretty sure none of the other girls on the panel rated themselves a 10. I'm gonna tell her, I'm just be honest. I'm gonna say you're not a 10 because one of the major issues in the dating marketplace is when people have a delusional or unrealistic self-perception of their own attractiveness. If you think you're a 10, you're going to be chasing guys who are 10. If you think, how many, like, for both men and women, how many cocky, do you guys know any guys who think they're hot shit, but they're not?
I do.
Yeah.
A lot.
And that's not good.
Absolutely.
I think both men and women ought to value humility and humbleness.
Right.
And so by asking this question, if someone's like being ridiculous with their answer, I'm trying to offer up a bit of humility and humbleness and be like, look, if you think you're a 10, like the big thing I see is if you think you're a 10, you're going to look at a guy who's actually on your level and be like, I'm settling for that guy. You're not going to treat him well, or you're just not even going to give him a chance to begin with. So my thing is like, that's kind of the issue in the dating marketplace now is the guys who are actually on your level, a lot of, and this is mostly women, some guys too though, you know, you hear this trope about like these basement dwelling trolls or whatever that just play video games, live in their mom's house, that want Victoria's Secret models. I actually don't think that's true. I think the reverse is true. But you're not going to be able to secure like that guy. If you think you're a 10, anyway, in any case. Do you have a response? Do you have any thoughts on the video?
Well, I mean, sure you have like some female viewers on here. Like, I would encourage you as women, like you really need to curate the content that you watch, because my problem with Drew F. Wallow is like not necessarily that she's out of pocket or anything like that. Like it's gross, it's not feminine, it's disgusting, sure. And she does like a lot of ad hominem attacks, but she makes a lot of misandrous content. She makes a lot of man-hating content, because did you see what she said? She took what Brian did and she said, men hate it when you ignore what they think about your looks. Like
generalize.
Generalizing. Like that's not true. That's not how most men are. But every time she makes these TikToks, she says, this is how all men are. And she has a very large female following. So if you're a woman and you're wanting to get married or have children, or hopefully like both, right? Like, you know, build your life. But if you're wanting that, you cannot be watching this misandrous feminist content. It's the same thing that if a man was wanting that and he was watching misogynistic content, it wouldn't, like, how is that going to work? Like, you're brainwashing yourself to being dysfunctional to where you can't have relationships with men. I don't recommend it. I think it's abhorrent. That's what I think about her. I mean, she's just, I don't know. She just does a lot. So, yeah.
Anybody else have any thoughts on that? Otherwise, I'm happy to move things along.
I thought it was funny.
It was funny.
Yeah, I thought it was really funny. Not that she like made any valid points. I just thought it was like I was laughing at her. It was silly.
Oh,
and I think when she said that you looked like
what was it? The manager?
A priest, or what she said.
She said
something about selling Bibles. Yeah.
She said sell
I
Bibles
said
and
that she
State
looked
Farm.
like my youth group counselor when I was younger. I just thought that was funny too.
Okay. Do I look like a
You have a
In the
wholesome little
best
look to
way
you.
I'm a
possible.
wholesome. I
Yeah,
have,
you should have like
a
a guy.
guitar and
a guitar.
In the flannel
I
fit.
actually,
the
I do
flannel
have,
fit.
I do have a guitar upstairs.
That's
It's
awesome.
not you, Brian. It's Callie. Okay, like
It's
this
Callie.
place
Yeah.
just does something to
Failed
people's fashion.
society.
Like you can't tell if they're homeless or if they're just from here. It's
Yeah.
tough.
That's
yeah.
funny.
Failed
Yeah.
society.
Okay,
Okay.
wait, Brian, I have a question.
What's
so
up?
when you ask, girls to rate themselves, do you ever follow up with a why? Like, why are you whatever number they pick?
I usually just take them at their word. I don't prod too much, but
Mhm.
All right.
yeah, I don't think I've ever asked why.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe I should.
I feel like that lady wanted to be asked why, and she was really pushing for it. But I'm just wondering because I feel like
Well,
a lot of people will defend. Obviously they'll defend themselves and what they say, but it would be nice to know like what their mindset is.
Sure.
But like what could she possibly say? And look, I'm not trying to like dog on her, okay? But she's not a traditionally
No, yeah,
attractive
definitely.
woman.
I'm
Like
with
what
you on that.
reasoning could she come up with to be like I'm a 10? Like even if it's like
Yeah.
well I'm a 10 because of what we're on the inside. No, like we're rating looks, you know.
That's,
And-
yeah, that's
yeah.
where I'm going with. Like, are you're just going off appearance, or are you
Yeah.
like, oh, I got a great personality? Like,
Men are the same way if you rate them by social status, right? So it's like women are sex objects and then men are success objects. So it's like if you ever like call the dude broke and he's like, ah, it's the
Yeah.
same thing as when an ugly chick, you're like, just so you know, like you are ugly. People freak out the same way. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have one more video to react to after we get through a couple questions here. So